I'm doing a blind reaction to this video about Lagos man-made city shocked me as a Kenyan. Let's see what this is all about. Beautiful shot.
Right here in Lagos, I still can't believe what I'm looking at. This is Eko Atlantic City, a city that is literally built on the ocean. Not beside the ocean, not near the ocean, on the ocean.
On the literal ocean. I am very curious to know, how did they build this? I hope they tell me more about this in the video.
Just imagine this. A few years ago, this place didn't even exist. This was all water, waves crashing, nothing here. And today, they have created over 10 million square meters of land from the Atlantic Ocean.
This is going to be beautiful.
They are building an entire new city from scratch with its own power, its own water system, its own roads. Basically a city inside a city. And get this, they didn't just build land, they also built a massive seawall called the Great Wall of Lagos, stretching about 8.5 kilometers, designed to protect the entire coastline from the ocean waves and flooding. Because before this, the Atlantic Ocean was literally swallowing parts of Lagos. So this project is not just about luxury. It's also about saving the city itself. And when it's fully completed, this place is expected to house over 250,000 people with
This is beautiful, and it's actually smart because the wall will stop from any kind of flooding, or would it stop hurricanes? Or is hurricanes even a problem in that area? Either way, it's good that you guys got that solved. I hope that works out.
thousands coming in every single day. Now here's the crazy part. This kind of project, building land from the ocean, is something you mostly hear about in places like Dubai or Singapore. But in Africa, projects on this scale are extremely rare. Yes, countries like Egypt and Morocco have done land reclamation along the Mediterranean. But a full modern financial city built from the ocean like this is one of the first of its kind on the continent. Some people call it the future of Africa. Some people say it's only for the rich. But today, I'm here to see it with my own eyes. Is this really Africa's Dubai, or is it something completely different? Let's find out.
Was Dubai built on the water too? I don't know anything about Dubai. Yeah, and my next question is, again, while he's just doing that, I'm gonna mute it, and then when we start talking, I'll unmute it.
The city that never sleeps. Of course, Lagos right now, Lagos. Beautiful roads.
It only takes a foreigner to appreciate Lagos.
Yeah.
Because if you ask an average Nigerian or Lagosian, I don't think beautiful is what they will use to describe Lagos.
I know they will tell me, hey Lenox, it's because you don't live here. When you live here, that is when you'll understand. But trust me guys, the roads are perfect actually. I've been to over 15 countries, and so far, of course, I'm just in part of Nigeria, that is Lagos, has like some of the best roads, you know, like the highways, the traffic system, the traffic lights are working. Look. Look at this.
This almost looked like Abuja a little bit.
Never sleeps. And I'm with my friend Afam, who's also a YouTuber. Check him out. This YouTube channel is amazing.
I headed to one of the new cities being built in Lagos.
Alright.
You know, Eko Atlantic. It started in the early 2000s. You know, it involved them sand filling an entire ocean.
Okay.
The seafront, they filled it up with, now they have about hectares of land, you know, where they are building, you know, very massive structures. So that's where we're going now. In about 2 minutes,
we will be there.
We'll be there.
All right.
Also, Eko Atlantic is also the most expensive square mile in Lagos.
Really?
Yes, it used to be Ikoyi. Ikoyi used to be the Ikoyi is currently the most expensive place in Lagos.
I thought it was like Banana Island or something.
Yeah, Banana Island is in Ikoyi.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Banana Island is there, so we're about to enter.
So this place is more expensive than Banana Island, so is what I'm understanding. That's pretty expensive.
Eko Atlantic. Welcome
To Eko Atlantic. No.
Eko Atlantic. Yeah, I think I did a review on this before. It was a few months ago, though. I don't remember much. So this looks like it just either just started or yeah, it looks like it just started. Let me know down below, like how long has this been in process? Hopefully he says it in the video. Also, I hope he says in the video, what are the odds of someone like a foreign investor coming here and putting their little spot up on here, you know? I just want a little house on the ocean. That's all. Nothing special. And a helicopter pad. A house and a helicopter pad, I'll be rather quite happy.
So this place used to be an ocean.
Yes. In fact, it was one of the most popular beaches
This place.
in Lagos. Yes, Bar Beach.
They replaced everything.
Everything is
Wow. So they want to make this an estate.
Yes, this is like a city, not
A city in its own that has everything. The projects happening in this country are crazy. So the whole place that we're driving on, at some point, it was part of the ocean.
part of the ocean. You can see
But they unfilled it.
Yeah, they unfilled it.
That
You
is.
know, this is the
so
ocean.
dope.
This was all ocean.
How
But they
did they do
transformed
that?
it into this now that can drive, and they're building this city that everything will be inside here. Hospitals, schools,
Hotels, accommodations.
Ha! In Lagos, my guy. In Lagos. I was not expecting this at all.
I wasn't.
To see
either.
such developments, infrastructure, good roads in this part of Africa.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Banana Island or Abuja so far.
Because of what I've heard, of course, on the internet. Then you come to this place.
That roundabout's
What
going to
you
be
see.
fantastic.
So you're telling me how long this project has taken?
Yeah,
and
about
how...
30 years thereabout. I think it started in the early 2000s. They started unfilling.
30 years? Wow. Took y'all 30 years to get this far? So, from the looks of things, it's still going to be another 30 years, right?
You know, because usually they unfill and then they leave it for like, I think about 10 years, I'm not sure, for it to settle. You know,
When you say sand filling is they drop stones, water, stones, sand
whatever, yes.
from the ocean.
The ocean, yes. In fact, where we're standing currently used to be like far into the ocean. You understand? Because the beach used to be where we came in from, the gate.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
where the beach used to be.
And they reclaimed all the land.
reclaimed.
So, they took the foundation and they put it in the water, let it sit, and it took like 10 years for it to create the foundation. Then they were able to build on it. Is that what I'm understanding?
It's like Vision 2060 or 50.
20 anything, because you know they've set the basic infrastructure has been put in place. You know what is now left is for people to buy their land and develop.
All right.
So everything is set already. You can see everything set, the roads, everything.
When the pavements are like well done.
Wow. How deep in the ocean does it have to be for it to be safe to walk on? Like, I'm thinking like a few miles, right? At least? I don't know. Let me know.
So, Alpha,
Yeah.
this project, when do you see it getting finished and completed and people staying here and not moving here? Because I see it's almost done and so many projects, buildings are going up.
Actually, people are already staying here. See that building? The two towers.
Yes.
People are living there. The one down there, people are living there. This one is occupied. So it's
There's already people here.
It's a continuous project. If you come here in the next 20 years,
Yeah.
you will see more buildings, but you will still see empty land. So it's already a city already. Everything has been put in place. The underground
Nice.
cables, the roads, the trees have been planted, the street lights, Yes, but you have a section there that if you go down there,
That side.
that's the residential part of Eko Atlantic, where you have people like Davido building his house, and you have other wealthy people, So that area is still being constructed, more roads are being done, so there's no particular timeline,
So in the next few years, getting here will be a problem. You'll have to be like a resident to get in, or a service provider.
So the thing is, the more buildings, the more easy it will be to get in.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
Because right now, getting in here, you have to be they ask you questions.
Yeah. Actually, this is a city. This is supposed to be open. That's the truth.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be open, but I don't know, for whatever reason, because you're going to have public places here. You're going to have restaurants. You're going to have schools.
Yeah.
You're going to have churches. So you have public places where you can come inside the Eko Atlantic. So it's not as guarded as they make it, to be.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know Africans, our African brothers, they will always make things a little bit difficult for everyone.
About 3 minutes, about maybe 3 minutes away from here, that's where the beach was. I came to the beach in 1996. That's the last time I came to that beach. And
You guys pay rent yearly, right?
yes.
So the whole year. So rents here will be crazy.
It is not crazy compared to other countries, but it can be crazy depending on the area. For example, if you want to get a building in Eko Atlantic, you're paying through your nose. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of cash. I mean, it's already people are living here. People are living in this city. So there'll be gardens, swimming pools, everything will be here.
Everything.
So when you come, you get to enjoy some of these amenities, or when you get a property here.
This is so dope. So there's already people living here, and it's pretty expensive. But how can I set up shop here?
Getting pavements like this, my guy, these are the things that make this place even more interesting.
Yeah.
Look at these pavements.
I remember
For people to play and walkways.
Yeah, very wide, and the trees are actually coming along, because about a few years ago it was very short. In the next 5-10 years, this entire place will be one of the greenest. Lagos is not a green city. Lagos is very open. There are not a lot of trees.
Yeah.
The trees that used to be in the city have been taken down to build structures. But this will be one of those places where you come and everywhere is green. You have green trees, you have grasses.
I love that. I want to be everywhere green too, my damn self. So I like how this looks.
Everything is coming along.
And I guess
The
part of me
lights are here,
too.
Different.
I guess part of me too wants to go ahead and get building here before this gets busy. Because I can imagine it being kind of crazy. Get it now while it's relatively
street
cheaper,
lights.
and then see what happens.
Yeah. Eko Atlantic City. So the spaces left, these are going to be for construction.
Yes, this is a parcel of land. You buy it, you raise your tower.
Oh,
Okay.
this is like a parcel of land you buy, you raise your tower. So these spaces that have been left,
Places. Yes.
Oh.
Why you raise your building. You know, I think this area, this part of the city is for high rise.
Oh, right. There are places that now high rises are not
That
allowed.
way, if you go down that way, you will see a lot of low rise. That's where you have residential buildings. That's where you have the Ruby School. That's where you have the American Embassy. The biggest American embassy in the world, or consulate, is being built here.
Oh, the Americans are already here.
Yeah, they have it. That building there. You see that black building?
Yes.
That black building. That's the American embassy. American
So-
Okay, somewhere there.
I'm guessing right here, if you can see my mouse, this must be the embassy, or the American embassy he's talking about. And that's going to be the biggest embassy? Wow. We are everywhere. The United States is everywhere.
This one. You see where I'm pointing?
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
I don't know if GoPro doesn't have a zoom.
So that's.
Wow. Guys, in the next 5 years, this place will be very different. I'm sure people will be occupying these spaces.
Oh, yeah.
So here you buy the land and then you build it up, make it a high rise. But now there are places that only residentials, like flats. You're not allowed to get.
Maybe duplexes mostly. Because I don't think I've seen flats here. Duplexes that way. Build them.
All those are construction going on here in Eko Atlantic. Oh, this was the first building.
Yes, and people are already living there.
You say it's going to be the most expensive square mile.
It's the most expensive. Because to get a plot of land in Eko Atlantic is very costly.
So do people buy the land, or do you just come, you get already a developed property and then...
That's a good question.
For example, this particular building, you just buy an apartment.
Or in there.
Yes. But you can also buy an entire land for yourself. Who wants?
And develop it by yourself.
Develop it. There's a section where they sell land to individuals that want to build just like a duplex.
Oh,
okay.
A duplex. If you don't have a house, you know the land there is just like a house.
Oh, it's going to be a very exclusive city.
Because
I'm telling you, I really want a house right here, or as close to the ocean as humanly possible. With a helicopter pad. What is that sticker here on the window? Okay.
So, who is developing the place? Is it private sector or the government?
it's a partnership between
The government.
Okay. So the government and partner. Okay, I mean that's pretty much normal for every city, any city, right? I gotta figure out what kind of permits you need and what kind of what it'll take to get there, because I want my spot right here.
Where we're driving on was once part of the ocean, but
Okay.
it has been reclaimed.
This is how they pushed the ocean. This is the ocean.
Right.
Wow. This is. Yep, I can already see it right here on the other side of this. I want to wake up to the ocean, and I guess part of me is like, I want to do this before it gets expensive. You know what I mean? So plus, what's the noise ordinance like that out here on a city like this? Because I want to take advantage of. I can be as loud as I want to now. Oh
This is
yeah.
Eko Atlantic. See how the pavements have been done so well.
This is probably the widest pavement you can find anywhere in Nigeria. This
Okay.
is the widest. I don't think you can have anything wider than this.
I need a bird to where I can drive on this. It's flapping down on this. Also, what's the police like on a place like this?
Is there similar projects like this that are, because I see a lot of constructions going on, but these are outside Eko Atlantic, right?
No, these ones are in Eko Atlantic.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that building you see there, that pink, is it pink?
Yes.
It's a school.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that.
It's a Ruby school. You know, it's inside Eko Atlantic. In fact, most of these structures you see close by, these ones, they're all in Eko Atlantic.
So guys, that's been a short video just showing you Eko Atlantic and some of the projects that are going on here in Eko Atlantic, a city that is being built here in Lagos. So I'm still touring
fantastic,
Lagos,
man.
so you join me as I tour, take you around Lagos. Before I leave, that is, I'll be here touring this place and just enjoying coming to show you some of these nice places. Until next time, my name is Lenox and I'm out.